Hello, adventurers. My name is Max, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 35th episode of Castles and Cantrips Campaign 2, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our stupendous cast of Bunny Dreadful, Nina Nikolic, Virtual Spectre, and moves like Jagger from the GGN crew. Mac will not be joining us tonight, but she will be back next time. In the end, have a good night, everybody.
Wow.
Hi.
That was
Hey.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Hopefully you all have had a good week and now can settle in and listen and watch some D&D goodness. If you didn't know, surprise, we have a YouTube. Go check it out. We're there right now. Literally. Right now, we're right over there.
Right now?
Like literally right now.
Like
You
right
can find
now.
us. Yeah. It's youtube.com/@castles and cantrips.
Hey, now I'm there
And-
too. Hello.
Yeah. So we're there right now. Also, if you're not here right now, but you are there then, you can also catch your podcasts. where we're almost up to 4,100 plays. You can go check us out on any podcast service because we're out there. And if we're not, let me know and I'll make sure that we get on that one. Aside from all of that, you can also get early access to all of our podcast goodness by joining our Patreon. I don't know why I said it like that, but I'm sticking with it. If you become a patron of our Patreon, you'll get early access to our Tome of Knowledge podcasts, our Friday Night episodes, as well as our Out of Combat episodes. And speaking of Out of Combat, those are only available as YouTube videos or podcasts. You can't watch them live because they're after live. If that makes sense. What does after live mean? They're after live, meaning they're not live.
That's
Post
like
live.
after dark. That's like, hey,
Unlive.
After Dark is
So
out of
dead?
combat.
Oh, not
Yeah.
not that one. No.
oh, oh. What are we talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about. But anyway, if you want to keep not knowing what we're talking about and talk about it too, join our Discord.
I never know what we're talking about.
Catches and Cantrips. It's right there. Just go look at it. And then also feel free to go follow our amazing cast members with all of their information in the chat right now. And you can click on the link and you can click follow or subscribe depending on the platform. Hooray!
Right.
Yeah. Aside from all of this, I think that in these times, we should just all turn to Nina's wonderful words of wisdom that she's about to give us right now. This is going to get us through this whole episode.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Nina.
I am inspired. I am.
Did I prepare? Was I supposed to have prepared something
Did we all
else?
get
No.
inspiration for that? I feel like we all got inspiration for that.
I just put you on the spot because
Yeah, cool.
I'm mean.
In the middle of trying to ask my parents if Buddy has eaten and who's going to feed him because I only have this much kibble at my desk. So I'm just
Fantastic.
like, yes, we will slay them all.
Perfect. That works.
Yes. Inspiration of the century.
I mean, I don't know if that's worthy of inspiration, but it was great. Thank you. Maybe next time. I just felt like putting someone on the spot, and I seem like I almost always do
love
it
it. That's
to
why we're
moves and
here.
VS, so I threw it to somebody else.
It's because he knows if he does it to me, he'll get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble.
Today on Casters and Cantrips. Oh, I
was
mean,
ready
wait.
to do a little ditty, but
Previously
it's too
on
late.
Casters
Oh.
and Cantrips.
You didn't call on me. No one's gonna get the little ditty.
Oh, I want the ditty. No.
You'll just have to wait till next
Ditty
week
me
to
up.
get a ditty.
Next week. Next week.
Dang it.
You just gotta keep your players on your toes
Well.
sometimes too. You can't let them get too comfortable.
True.
Anyway, with all of that being said, as the third segue of the same words that I've used, because apparently I'm a master of the English language, we can go ahead and get settled in for the 35th episode of Campaign 2 of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with the party exploring the Gilded Atoll and its many offerings to visitors. Azric and Cooter decided to try and find some books about art history to try and learn as much as they could before their meeting with the art dealer Lucian Ashbourne. They eventually found a pop-up bookstore in the area called Quill and Quirk. There they spoke with the elven proprietor, and she led them to a tome called Brushstrokes Through Time. The book had a large swath of information about historical art pieces and their creators, which may prove to be useful to the group in preparing for their meeting. Hayden decided to do a bit of carousing amongst the common folk of the atoll. He ventured to the Dragon's Hearth Tavern and Inn to mingle with the people and have some drink. During the course of his time carousing, drinking, and making merry, he met an interesting halfling woman named Freya Thistlebloom. She was the owner of a local shop called Her Herbal Haven. Through their conversation, Hayden believed that she'd be willing to do him a favor if such a need arose in their travels. Taj was inspired and decided to open her own unique fortune-telling experience. She was able to provide one of the emissaries of the Golden Mask with some gold to secure a prime spot in a busy marketplace. She secured the necessary supplies locally and set up shop for a painting and fortune-telling experience. While most of the patrons appreciated the fortunes, the overall potential for profit was soured by a lone patron who was upset with their particular fortune and made a scene which was heard by a very large crowd of people in the marketplace. After a few days or a couple days of independent activities, the group went to meet with Taj in the marketplace to end their day. While speaking with Taj, both Cooter and Hayden observed several people in the crowd eyeing the group. Before they had a chance to exit the market, the party was attacked by several assassins in the streets and on the rooftops. The party narrowly defeated the combatants, but some did escape. However, just as the emissaries of the Golden Mask arrived on the scene, the party were able to subdue one of the assailants. The masks that arrived detained everyone left at the scene to determine what happened. And that's where we'll begin our adventure this evening. And what I will say for Emmy is that she was running late. And she was late to the meetup. And you can choose to enter now or later. Up to you.
I'm gonna wait for the most Emmy moment to enter. So we'll see.
Fantastic. What were you saying, Cooter?
I did nothing wrong. I was just standing here. Don't know what happened. It all happened so quickly.
And there are 4 guards on scene. And if you have forgotten, those of you that at home, the guards of the Gilded Atoll are called the Emissaries of the Golden Mask, almost in the style of the Gilded, who are the local governments of the atoll. They are a group of individuals that don sort of golden masks that are featureless, other than just the basic outlines of a face. No engravings or anything, and they connects to their helmets. They are armored as well, have a sort of crested helm, like an ornate crest, which is sort of intricately detailed with symbols, I guess you could say. And they have a sort of gleaming golden armor, has a very sort of golden sheen. There are sort of elaborate patterns and engravings and embossing on the armor, very intricate designs. And there are 4 of them here. Most of them, as you've seen, do wield some sort of polearm, mainly large pikes. And
I mean, I know, but can you remind me what makes a pike different than a polearm?
A pike is a specific type of polearm.
Some people don't know that.
Like
I
a
know
glaive. So think like glaive, sword on the end of a stick. Think halberd, like
I
an
know
axe
this,
on the end
but
of the
for people
stick.
that don't, what's a glaive?
Sword on the end of a stick.
Mhm.
A halberd is like an axe on the end of a stick, long stick.
Mhm.
And
a
for
pike?
a pike is really like a really long spear. But sometimes, which is also fun, pikes can also have an axe bit at the end of them. But functionally in D&D, it doesn't really matter. But it's pike. Just think of a really freaking long spear.
Gotcha. I mean, I knew that, obviously.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
just for people that just didn't remember.
yeah, some people don't know
Obviously.
that.
What's a war fork?
A war fork? That's exactly what you think it is.
A trident?
Is it for when I'm hungry in the middle of battle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and a pike could also be a fish, but not in this instance.
It's a fish
a-
on the end of a spear.
It's
Got
a
it.
fish in the end of a
On the
stick. There you go.
Yeah.
And you fight with it. Got
you
it.
got it. You got it. I'm so proud of you all.
Nailed it.
Yes, please introduce more pole arms in the D&D besides those three.
How about some
Anyway.
tridents? Tridents in the
No.
game?
Yeah, but they're not long.
You can have a trident. They're not long.
No, they're not long. No,
They're
they're
the
like
same
a
size as a
spear.
They
spear.
don't have reach.
Oh,
Nope.
I thought that they would be like
The trident
two-handed,
should be long.
one.
Nope.
Yeah.
Gladiator
Well,
build in the
welcome to this
future.
episode of Tome of Knowledge, where we discuss.
Those are on
Where we
Mondays
discuss different
at
types
6
of
p.m.
polearms.
But anyway, that's the Emissaries of the Golden Mask. And you know that one of them was named Harry, as they had
Yeah.
fell unconscious, but were brought back by, I believe it was Cooter, who brought back Harry, gave him a little healing, if I'm not mistaken.
You're an emissary, Harry.
Or no,
Yeah,
I think
tried,
they were
I think.
just I think they were
I think I was going to.
they were just paralyzed. They were held. So
Yeah.
but
That's
when
amazing.
the person that was unconscious from the battle, they were they lost their concentration when they went down. So you have numerous guards around you all. You all are face down on the ground, except for Hayden, who is leaning against the wall like a cool guy after the battle.
Mhm.
And one of the guards is, pike at your neck, and he's like, "Get on the ground, just get on the ground, and we'll figure this all out."
Easy, lad. Getting down.
And so with Hayden first, you see Harry come over after shaking the hold person, and he takes a pair of manacles and puts them on the unconscious person, the assailant that was captured. He pulls a second pair from his buddy's waist and holds them out, and says, "Just bring out your arms. We just got to figure out what's going on here."
All right. Not trying to cause any trouble, but I think we did this town a service. And he's just going to hold out his hands like that.
He's gonna cuff ya, and the other two are gonna do the same to Cooter. Azric is unconscious but stable, so he can't really do anything about it. But he is stable. He's not dying. He's just unconscious.
Do they cuff him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody. Yeah.
And Taj too, if she was there.
Rude.
Yes, but she's there but not there.
Gotcha.
Now, if they were really the police, they would cuff Azric anyway.
Yep.
Well, damn.
I don't like realism in my D&D, thank you.
Yeah.
Stop resisting.
Oh, I
Jesus.
won't fight. I'll
And-
come quietly.
The person there is kind of helps you up and says, "We just have to figure out what was going on here, and we'll take you down to the garrison and figure this all out."
Yes,
Talking
they attacked us. They jumped us. It was very terrifying. Please, please.
And then they sort of
let's go.
look around, and there are, I want to say, at least 7 bodies in the streets that are dead.
Whoa.
If I remember correctly, 2 got away, 1's unconscious.
Mhm.
And so it's sort of rounding everything up, and then
It was self-defense.
One of the emissaries looks over. He goes, "Harry, we're gonna need more masks here. Go ahead and find some reinforcements." And he sort of nods and just takes off. Harry looks like the least experienced of the emissaries here. So after some time, you see a whole sort of group in this area. There's at least, I want to say, 10 emissaries in the area. 5 of them sort of stay behind. They block off the entire market. There are a couple that look sort of more esteemed. Their armor is more adorned than some of the others, which would be sort of like a difference in rank and status. You can see someone is investigating sort of the scene, but you all are sort of grouped up, and there are 4 of the original guards that are going to take you to a nearby guard station. And with Azric and the other person being unconscious, they're going to have to be carried at this point, both of them. So after some time, you see sort of a relatively large building. There are sort of domed spires, and the exterior looks similar to some of like the sandstone as the rest of the permanent structures here, except it's stark white, whereas others are more sand colored. And it is just adorned with just gold accents everywhere. And they sort of bring you inside, and it is this just beautiful marble floor. There are sort of an intake area with a marble like desk, like countertop. You could walk in here, and if it weren't for so many emissaries in here, you might think it would be a museum or some sort of historical building. It's just beautiful. So they bring you all in, and they look to Cooter and Hayden, and they say, "Is there someone that we can call for? Anyone in the area that know you, to let them know your circumstances?"
Well, I do have one friend. Goes by the name of Freya Thistle. Sorry, what is it? Thistlebloom, yes. Fine woman. Runs a sort of an herbalist stall here in the market. She can vouch for at least my business here. We also have our friend Taj, who recently opened up a business in the market as well.
Yes, she got a permit and everything.
Right, and are there any more in your immediate party?
Well, yes, there is one. She was running a bit late. If we could find her, that would be great. She'll probably be so worried about us.
What is this person's name? What do they look like? Could you describe them?
Oh, Emmy, yes.
And then I was gonna say we cut to Emmy in the marketplace where you just were doing the like.
Yeah. You
Like,
show up
so
in the
confused.
marketplace, and just the whole area is shut down, and you are met with just a sort of line of emissaries keeping everyone out.
Perfect. And then we cut back to Cooter explaining Emmy.
A lovely little girl. Has glasses, short curly hair. Basically looks like she just came right out of the ocean. Beautiful lass. Little bit naive, but you know, she's quite useful. Very lovely. Nicest lass you'll ever meet.
Well, we will see if we can't locate this person to at least let them know that you are currently
Well, she
held for
knew-
questioning.
She knew where we were going to be, so maybe she'll be meeting us back in the marketplace. That might be a good place to start.
We'll send
Thank
someone
you.
there.
Thank you.
How's your mate? The one, Harry?
And he sort of looks at you. Harry will be fine. His first encounter with magic. More a little spooked than anything, but a little wet behind the ears, that one.
Well, at least he's in good health.
No. And this is like sort of a hustle and bustle. There's people being brought in manacles, people yelling, saying they didn't do anything. I mean, let's think of a D&D police station, because that's exactly where you are. They look over at Azric and the unconscious person, and there's some people that are sort of tending to them, trying to make sure they're stabilized and that they're going to wake up and that kind of stuff. But first, they sort of look at all of you kind of up and down, and the person that was talking with you, Hayden, sort of just points to you. Come with me. And he sort of helps you up and takes you back into some back rooms in the little station.
What about me? Do I just stay here?
Just wait here. There are plenty of people here. I will
Okay.
get to you in a moment.
All right.
And you're brought back to sort of a nondescript room with a table, a couple of fine sort of wooden chairs, and he invites you to sit across from him, and he sort of just kind of looks at you, kind of just trying to take to get a beat on like just what you're about, just kind of looking at you, just trying to get first impressions.
Well, I've been told I have a rather handsome face, but are you going to ask me questions, or?
Well, first I'd like to know if you're going to cause any trouble.
No? Been cooperative thus far?
Very well. And he stands up and sort of removes the manacles, produces a key, removes the manacles from you, and sort of puts them on the table and sits down. And this person is very highly decorated. Armor has just sort of this embossing and like engravings in it. Even their mask has some engravings, not a lot, but almost every other emissary you've seen is just sort of straight gold. A couple of markings on the edges almost framing the face. And this person sort of sits down, and they sort of grab their helmet and they lift it up and they remove their helmet. Only time you've seen this happen from any emissary. There is no one else around. It's just you and them. Door is closed here. They sort of set it on the table. It is sort of a handsome human man, probably early 40s, has a large scar on the right side of the face that sort of glances on the eye. Sort of short, dark hair, clean shaven, chiseled jawline, with sort of an olive colored skin. Now, first I would inquire, what happened in the
Well,
market?
I'd spent the better part of the day at some of the local taverns, and then we were all supposed to meet up in the market. As I said, our comrade partner, Taj, had just opened up a stall, so we were going to see how she was getting on. And we weren't there for more than a matter of minutes when we started noticing some characters eyeballing us. Next thing you know, blades were drawn. We were forced to defend ourselves.
Who is this we?
Well, me and my mates, the ones you have taken in.
And who are they to you?
Working partners. We're sailors by trade.
I see. What sort of sailing? Sailing in itself isn't a trade, just a means.
Huh. Mostly freelance work. We've had jobs from Linares to Ascos. In fact, we only just came for there. It was about a week ago, maybe less.
And what brings you to the atoll?
Well, we know that a big event is going on. I'm not really keen on it myself, but this small turtle woman is super eager to see the artwork and all the inventions showing off, so we figured we were in between jobs, so we might as well swing on by.
Fair enough. And how long has your friend had a shop set up in the marketplace?
Well, she's only been able to just get a permit, I think, less than a day. It's a bit of side work for her, fortune teller.
That's the thing, is I did not see her name on the official listings for a shop. It appears that there was a written request granting access, so it must have been a late entry, I assume.
I'm not sure about your specific timetables, but I'd assume that may be the case.
And you were meeting there and you said, just attacked in the middle of the street?
Pretty much. As I was saying, we couldn't have been there for more than 30 minutes, just discussing things outside of her stall. Happened to notice a few individuals who we thought might have been potential patrons, seeing what her stall was about. But then a cloaked one pulled a blade from his waist. And then another. And then another. And then there were archers on the roofs. And then it all went to hell after that.
Well, I can say that with the body count in my marketplace, it appears that they did not get the upper hand on you and your mates, as you would call it. What I am trying to understand is, why would people attack you in the middle of the marketplace in broad daylight? Can you think of any reasoning why someone would want you and your friends dead?
Well, in the chaos of things, I haven't had much time to figure that out. But as I said, we've been here for maybe a week or less, and I don't believe in that time we've crossed anyone. We've seen the sights, went shopping.
I'm going to have you roll a deception, because you've definitely crossed some people.
Well, you know. Hayden didn't. Deception. Am I okay at that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Where's that at on my sheet? There it is. Not bad. I think I will use the inspiration that I got for the MVP thing last week. I did get that right.
Smart choice. I mean, I don't
Okay.
know. You tell me. You keep it on your sheet. I won't. I don't keep up with it.
I think I did. Okay.
You
Here we go.
did, can confirm. All them crits, all that damage.
That will be, if I can math. 18 plus 6 is
Mhm.
24.
And he just sort of looks at you and just nods. Also, totally off shoot here is I looked over at your camera, Nina, and you had the little gummy, and to me at first glance it looked like a mouthpiece, like you're getting ready to put a mouthpiece in and like start fighting somebody. It's like
thought it
you're gonna
was
put some
bacon.
gloves on and start beating people down.
I thought it was like a strip of bacon.
Let's fucking go!
Cooter's taking no prisoners.
Fighter multi-class. Let's go.
Yeah. So they just sort of nod your head. That is it's so strange. Do you have any idea who these people were? Have you ever seen any of them?
Not personally. As I said, most of them were wearing some form of cloak or hood, and I certainly wasn't trying to study the faces of the men trying to kill me, but
I am told by one of the emissaries there that you actually assisted and kept one from escaping.
this is true. After that one cast a spell on one of your men.
And it seems that obviously you and your mates are skilled in the way of combat, otherwise you would probably
Sure.
all be dead in the streets, but
Part of our freelance work was sort of running protection for various people. You know how the oceans are.
perhaps you could consider some protection for yourselves. It seems that someone is out to get you.
We may have to. I did not expect this from a place such as this, to be perfectly honest.
Well, I can say that this is not the sort of thing that happens regularly on my watch.
Should hope not.
Especially with the symposium in the following week. It is of utmost importance that we maintain a level of security and safety for all those visiting.
Perhaps. No, I might just be spitballing. But perhaps they mistook us for wealthy tradesmen. I don't look the part, obviously.
No, you don't. No offense.
But with the symposium in town, it certainly attracts a lot of wealthy visitors, I imagine.
I find it hard to believe that they sort of coordinated attack on a group of individuals as happenstance.
To be frank, I'm as lost as you are. That's why I was hoping to at least capture one, so that we might figure out what business they had with us.
Well, and that is where our experience divides us, for I am not lost in perhaps what might be going on here. I'm just more curious of your take on the matter, if you'll excuse me. And he stands up, leaves the room, and closes the door. Goes next door to Cooter in another room by herself. He comes in with helmet in hand and sets it on the table. Your manacles have already been removed. It seems you have had an exciting evening, it appears.
Almost too much for me, if I'm honest. Too
No.
old for this.
You and me both. Now, could you describe to me what you think happened here?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm generally quite perceptive, so I noticed that, we just went back to the marketplace to meet our friend. She had set up the stall, and we were about to go back to our ship to debrief and rest. I have to prepare a presentation for the symposium, you see, so there's a lot of work to be done. And then there were some people just kind of gathering around, creeping around. It didn't feel very good. There was a man here, and there were two over there, and there was another one behind us, and it didn't feel right. And then I saw one of them start pulling a knife from his belt and coming towards us, and so I yelled, "Gun!" And then everything happened so quickly. They ambushed us, and Azric went down, and thank goodness he's okay. I hope he's okay. Is he okay?
He is fine. Do not worry.
Okay. And then next thing you know, more people were dead again. It's always people dying. Why do they have to die so much? And then thankfully you all showed up when you did. Oh, it could have gotten worse. I don't know why they would have come for us. What did we do? We didn't do anything. We were just standing there and we were just talking.
No. Cooter, you said something interesting to me. You said, why do they always have to die? Could you please elaborate on what you mean? Do
No,
people find themselves
sometimes-
dying around you?
Well, sometimes I panic, you see, and when I panic, I tend to expel acid, and sometimes some people aren't quite very lucky. I don't know if there might have been a puddle or two
Hmm,
in the marketplace. They just didn't get Spiff out of the way fast enough.
let's see. Now, do you have problems controlling your arcane abilities?
No, not often. Just when I'm really shocked, like
Mm.
when you really jump or just incredibly frightened, like a life or death situation. Some
Right.
people pee their pants. I guess mine comes out the other end. I don't know.
Interesting. And lucky for you, it seems those that were reduced to, well, puddles, as you say, appears to have been those that were intending to assail you. Unless
Well,
there are some
yes.
innocents that you happen to end voluntarily.
Oh no, I think all the innocents ran. They seem to. You see, it's very nuanced, but there's a way to tell when someone's being aggressive.
Hmm.
I'm sure you know in your
Um,
line of work.
I'd like to move
Anyway.
on to something else that you'd mentioned. You mentioned going back to your ship. What is your ship's name?
Oh, it's called the Unfortunate, I think. Is that
You-
what we
you th-
settled on? You said
You
it might
think
have
or
been.
you know? You don't know what your ship is called?
Well, I mean, it's not my ship per se. I just
Hmm.
kind of
Not your
came along
ship.
to travel the world.
You
Well, no,
just
not
happen to
mine. I don't own
be
it.
on the ship. What is your
Yes.
role on this ship?
I'm a medic.
Oh, so an officer, but not your ship. You're just tagging along.
Well, no, I don't take much responsibility personally. I do
Oh.
heal. I help our friend Chowder with the meals when
Hmm.
she lets me. She could be a little aggressive, yes.
I find it so interesting that you downplay your responsibility as an officer on this ship. You must be very humble.
Well, yes, I suppose. I mean, no one really gets anything out of being stuck up their own arse, do they?
Now, what sort of business are you in?
Oh, I tinker.
Hmm.
I've always been tinkering, creating, crafting. At the moment, I'm working on a couple of things. There's a ship design that I've been working on, and
Hmm.
also a way to grow produce on the ship. If you come to the symposium, I could tell you all about it.
Hmm.
That's the presentation I'm working on, you see.
Now, what sort of business is your ship in? Collectively.
Oh, then, as I said, I do medic things. I mean, sometimes we do some favors where we have to feed the crew. So, we have to make an income somehow.
And how
But,
do you do that?
well, as a freelancing for various people here and there.
Like
There was
who?
some. Oh, I think there were some fishermen were struggling with some bandits that would
Hmm.
harass it. It was awful business. Why they would do that, I don't know. I mean, if the fishermen can't just do their job and collect food for the rest of us, what hope is there for anybody else?
Hmm. Interesting. Now, is there anything you could think of that maybe why someone would try to come after you and your crewmates in the middle
Well,
of a
no.
marketplace?
It was quite shocking, really. We were just minding our own business. I can't fathom why. I don't think
Hmm.
we've felt like we've rubbed anyone the wrong way here. We had a marvelous
Um,
party the other night. Have you been to what's it called again? The Gilded, the Gilded, anyway, they throw marvelous parties, big bashes, brilliant
Mhm.
food, fantastic drink, wonderful company. You should come next time.
So
Oh, and
you
the spa. Have you been to your local spa? You
so you
really
cannot
should try.
think of a single instance where maybe you have even inadvertently wronged someone, or maybe someone could be upset at you or your compatriots?
I don't know what I could have possibly done. I'm just here to heal people, and I don't know. I don't
Even
know.
even not you
Maybe there's
personally or your friends. Have they done anything to make anyone upset? Perhaps?
not that I'm aware of.
Roll deception, please.
I don't remember in my photographic memory. That's an 18.
You just sort of nod.
Let's fucking go.
Very interesting. Just attacked in broad daylight for no reason, and just here on the atoll, just to, make ends meet and feed our crew and peddle
Well,
your
that's what I want
inventions.
to know. Given
Mm.
our current circumstances, why would someone target us like that? I don't know. I was hoping to talk to one of them. Maybe we never want. Well, I know I never want to hurt anybody, but no one ever wants to have a conversation. It's always so like these. Why?
Speaking of
This world has
conversation, I
really.
think that we'll pause this for now, if you do not mind. Perhaps we will speak soon.
Yes, yes. Well,
And
I would like to check on Ezric and make sure he's okay. Please let
he
me know how he
leaves you by yourself in this room with your
muttering to
thoughts.
myself while I'm in my
Um,
notepad.
he steps out into the next room, where Azric is being held, and in the corner of his eye, you see a sort of confused-looking young elven girl that looks like she just stepped out of the sea, sort of asking questions to the guard that's just telling her to sit down over here, and just sort of just doing what he can to just get her in the door and sit down and just wait. And just in the background, you can hear Emmy's voice. You just can tell that questions are being asked.
Okay, well, yes, I understand, but I still really need to know where Azric is. Yeah, I understand, but I heard that there was a lot of injuries.
And they step into the next room. Then Azric, I mean, you look like shit, buddy. Like, they patched you up, you were unconscious. They got just enough to where you're conscious and coherent. But that was a rough battle. You've got some bandages that they've done to mend some of your wounds. Good evening.
I'd hardly call it good. Oh,
Poor
Where-
choice of words on my part, perhaps.
am I? Why? What is this place?
You are currently here at one of our local guard stations for the Emissaries of the Golden Mask.
Oh, I guess that's a good thing. I'm not dead.
No, you're not dead. And he sits down and puts the helmet down, looks fancy, his armor looks fancy as hell, sort of extends his hand to you. You may call me Captain Darius, and what is your name?
Pasric Silvertide.
Indeed. Well, I'm glad that you are alive. That seemed as though it was a little touch and go there. No,
Where are my friends?
your friends are fine. Your friends are here. But I am here to try and get to the bottom of what happened in the marketplace. And I would like to ask you some questions to sort of paint a picture of your time on the atoll.
Just, I don't believe now's a good time. I nearly escaped death.
Well, I mean, you are more than welcome to sleep it off here at some of our accommodations, and we can perhaps speak in the morning.
Fine, ask away.
Now, Azric, first thing I would ask is just, why do you think someone would want you and your friends dead?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Interesting. Middle of an evening, busy marketplace, minding your own business, and there are 8 or 9 assassins waiting for you all to end your lives.
Maybe we stepped on someone's turf. Taj got a permit to rent a booth to provide services, and maybe is there like a what's it called, organized crime? We didn't pay dues. I don't know how it works here.
Whose turf do you think that you may have stepped over the line?
Maybe you're the one who can answer that. I have no idea. Is there organized crime here? Gangs? Muscle? People you have to pay for protection.
I'm going to put this plainly for you, Azric. In fact, I'm tired of people lying to me today. Honestly. Now, I've spoken to pretty much everyone except for you now. I've spoken to the one who you'd managed to keep alive. Or your crew did. I've spoken to Imi. I've spoken to Imi. I've spoken to Cooter. I've spoken to Taj. I've spoken to Hayden. Spoken to everyone. And then there's you. And you are clinging to this idea that you have no idea why people want you dead or your friends dead. I want you to be truthful with me, Azric, because there's no way that I can get to the bottom of this and help you and your friends if you're going to lie to me. Now, perhaps you'd like to start over and tell me what's going on here, and perhaps I could assist. But if you would like to keep me in the dark, then by all means, you would be on your own. Now, from where I'm sitting, you barely made it out alive, as well as some of your friends, so I don't think that you would want to roll the dice again on whether your friends make it out alive or not. So please, let's start again.
I understand what you're trying to do. Okay? You're trying to do a job. And I don't know what you want me to say. I honestly don't know who those people were. I honestly don't know what they wanted with us.
Why does the Shadow Tides cartel want you dead?
There is organized crime here.
Cut this shit.
I know, a man in your position, you have to do the things and act like a big tough man, but honestly, the last thing I want to do is lie to you. I have the worst headache right now, full of arrows. No way to treat a patient.
You know, you're exactly right, Azric. I think we should set up a nice room for you to stay the evening, make sure that you're healing from your wounds and away from danger. Excellent idea. And he stands up and grabs his helmet and walks out of the room, unless you try and say something to stop him.
No safer place than in a garrison.
And he looks over to Emmy, who I would assume is just talking to whoever will listen.
Yep.
And you notice that when he's walking back out into the area, his helmet is back on. So this person comes to you, and just by sheer virtue of their like how their armor is a little bit fancier, their gold is just a little bit more shiny. He comes out, and just sort of that metallic voice from behind the mask comes to you. You must be Emmy.
Oh, yes.
And he sort
That's
of,
me.
he
I'm
kneels
looking for
down
my
to your
friends and
level.
no one's helping me. Can you help me?
And he just sort of reaches out and like just pats your shoulder and says, Amy, your friends are fine and your friends are safe. It was quite dangerous. But everyone is fine. There are some of those that are hurt, but they're going to make it. I'm
good.
glad that you were not involved. It
was hurt. It was Azric, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's always Azric or Hayden.
Yes, Azric was hurt quite badly.
Is he gonna be okay?
He's going to be fine. We have people taking care of him. We have patched his wounds already. Now, Emmy, if it is okay with you, I would just like to speak to you for just a moment, just to kind of to figure some things out, put some puzzle pieces together, and then perhaps we can get your friends and you can take them back to safety. Does that sound all right?
Okay. Are they not in safety right now?
Oh, they are, but I don't think that anyone wants to remain in a garrison forever, right?
I mean, it seems pretty safe.
Yeah, come with me. We will speak.
Okay.
We'll speak privately.
Okay.
And he takes you to a room and takes his helmet off and puts it onto the table, and you can see the same countenance that everyone else has seen before you. Now, Emmy, is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Okay.
Now, I know that you are here on a ship called the Unfortunate.
Yes, that's our ship.
Right, and I believe that you are one of the officers there. What
well,
role
I
are
wouldn't
you?
say that. I mean, technically, but really, I'm just the navigator. I just help guide the ship using the stars and
a
the
very
wind.
important role. Very important.
Yeah,
to
but
the-
it's really easy for me because, like, I'm a druid. So, like, we learn how to read the stars and the wind when we're born, basically.
Indeed. Well, you are a valued member of their crew. They would be lost without you, it seems.
I mean, they might literally be lost, but if you mean figuratively, I don't know about that.
Well, literally and figuratively, but
Maybe. Sometimes I think they don't like me very much, but I don't really have anywhere else to go. So,
No.
Cooter likes me, though. Cooter's really nice. Did you talk to Cooter? Is Cooter okay?
I did.
Because I'm really
She's-
worried about Cooter. This is a lot for her. Sometimes I worry
yes.
about, like, her heart, like her she's like an old lady.
She told
And
me
I just
about
don't know
her,
if she's up to this sometimes.
Well, she's doing okay. She told me about
Okay.
sometimes the accidents she has with her magic when she gets really scared.
I don't think it's her magic. She just throws up a lot.
Oh, well, there is definitely some magic involved, but I think
No,
it's...
I don't know. I think she just gets really sick to her stomach when she sees violence. She's so sweet. Violence is just so upsetting for her.
Right. Well, there's something that I want to get cleared up, and I'd love to hear your side of this.
Okay.
Can you think of anyone who would try to hurt your friends and perhaps want them dead? This seemed like some sort of premeditated attack.
I mean, I can think of a lot of people, yeah.
Well, by all means, I'm here to listen.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh,
I don't think Azra could want me to tell you.
I see. And you wouldn't want the help of all of the emissaries in trying to catch these people that have escaped from the attack?
Well, I don't want to catch anybody. I just want my friends to be safe. And then I want to go and see Cooter's presentation. And then we're going to probably leave because we have more important matters elsewhere.
Well, Emmy, here's the thing is that I know that at least one, maybe more, of these would-be assassins have escaped. Which
Okay,
means
I understand.
they're roaming free on the streets. Now, your
Okay, but there
friends
was-
were severely hurt, and I would love any information that would allow me to pinpoint who would do such a thing, because I want to make sure you and your friends are safe. Now, if you don't tell me this information, that makes my job more difficult, and I can't help you all.
I'd like to roll an insight.
Yeah.
12?
How much?
12?
This Captain Darius looks like he's just trying to help you guys out. Like he just needs some leads and wants to make sure no one else gets hurt. I mean, Azric almost died.
Yeah, I understand. You're just trying to help us out and get the bad guys. I understand that, but I don't know where the bad guys are, so I can't really tell you that. I don't even know their names.
Know who they are and why they're after you.
Well, I don't know who they are. They're probably hired bad guys to kill us that somebody else hired.
Oh, well, who would do that?
Well, I can't tell you that, but nobody knows where those people are anyways. I don't even know their names if it makes you feel any better. So even if I did tell you, I don't think it would help that much.
Do you know if they're part of a group or?
Emmy actually doesn't know.
I mean, she knows people that you've all upset.
I know of people that we've upset. I don't think any of the group has been telling Emmy like people's names.
I don't know about that. You
I
know,
wasn't there. I wasn't in that one meeting. That said, she's not going to say it. She at least has learned that much.
Okay. So
yeah, I mean, I know some people that we've probably made angry. We weren't really doing anything wrong unless you count doing something mean to somebody who is already mean and deserves it as wrong. But I don't really think that's wrong.
I see. So
do you think that's wrong?
Well, I guess it depends. I mean, you know, you might not be in trouble here. I just, you know.
Wait, am I in trouble?
I don't know. I mean, you're not.
I thought you were just asking me questions. Am I what the books say, under arrest?
Well, I'm just questioning you.
Okay, I would like to talk to my lawyer. I don't know what that is, but I know that's what I'm supposed to say.
Well, unfortunately for you, I can ask you questions as long as I'd like and not let you see anyone.
Do I have to answer?
Well, I mean, if you don't want to answer, then, I mean, I understand. I'm just trying to figure out why the Shadow Tides cartel is trying to kill you and your friends.
Shadow Tides cartel. Ah, that's a name I haven't heard before.
Roll deception.
Oh no. 6.
He's like, right. Yeah, you've absolutely heard of them. I know you have. You see, I've talked to every single one of your crewmates. I know the story.
Have you talked to Whisper?
Oh, I have not had a chance to talk to Whisper yet.
Okay, you should probably talk to Whisper. She'd be much better at this than I am.
Really?
Yeah, she's on the ship.
And what would Whisper know?
You should not talk to Chowder, though. I don't know if anybody else has warned you. You don't want to talk. And she probably doesn't know anything. And if she does know something, you definitely don't want to talk to Chowder.
Why do you think Whisper would be helpful in this situation?
Oh, I just think that she'd be better at talking to you.
Why is that?
She just knows everything.
Oh, okay. I see. But I just want to talk to you right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I've talked to...
Can I ask you questions too?
More than welcome to ask me questions.
Okay, so do you know if Taj is okay? You said that Cooter and Azric are okay, but I haven't heard you mention Taj.
Everyone is all right.
Okay, what about Hayden?
I've talked to all of them before I talked to you.
Okay, all of them who? Did you talk to Hayden? Is he okay?
I did talk to Hayden. Hayden is fine.
Okay. So did he tell you why they were in the market? Because they didn't tell me. They just said I had to meet them there, and I don't know why.
I just want to know why.
Is that an answer?
Oh, well, they were in the market to meet, after your friend Taj was doing her fortune telling.
Oh, she got her approvals. Oh, I hope that went well. Do you know if it went well? Did she make lots of money? Did they steal all our money?
No.
We need that to fix our boat. We got in a fight with a dragon turtle. I mean, it was a baby dragon turtle, but it did a lot of damage to the boat.
I see. And now, Emmy, I really want to know why the cartel wants you all dead.
Oh,
Is there
I
something
don't know
that I
that.
could help with?
Do I know that? Do I know why they want us dead? I don't think I know.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have ideas. Do I know?
For all of those listening at home that might have forgot, you broke into one of their warehouses, stole tons of shit, and then went into some sort of jail that was apparently operated by them and freed a whole bunch of people and killed a whole bunch of their people, and then left. So everyone was there for that.
I don't know why they would want us dead.
I think you know, Emmy.
My deception's getting worse.
I think you know, Emmy, and
Okay. I do know. I can tell you one thing, okay?
yes,
But
by
you
all
have to be
means.
nice to me. And also, can you make sure that Cooter gets a snack? Because if she goes too
Absolutely.
long without eating, then her stomach gets really upset and you really don't want her to throw up on you. And then she's going to be really sad if she throws up on you. So, like, if you can promise you'll get her a snack after I tell
Probably
you.
something
Okay?
starchy like a bread of some sort or some crackers.
No, actually, if you have like some, do you have any scallops? I think she'd like some scallops.
Well, I could
Like
take
with a
look.
seaweed salad?
I could see what's available by all means.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay,
Of
so
course.
here's the situation. We came here to find our friend Hayden, who was petrified.
That's terrible.
It was awful. We thought he was dead and I cried. I don't really like to think about it because I might cry again. And I don't really want to cry in front of you.
He
'cause I
hands you
don't
like
really
a
know you.
handkerchief.
Okay, Emmy's crying.
Mhm.
Anyways, he was petrified and we thought he was dead. And somebody kidnapped him.
That's horrible. Do you know why?
No, we don't know why. Do you know why? Because actually, that would be really helpful.
Emmy does know why.
I don't know why they kidnapped him. We know what that one guy said. Was that the truth?
Well, I mean, does Emmy believe that or not, I guess?
Well, okay, I don't know if this is true, but Hayden was kidnapped because he's the heir to a very, well, I don't know about very powerful, but like a mediocre powerful like merchant's class family. And apparently his family might have some money and they were going to try and ransom him for the money and get a lot of money. But then he said that his family doesn't have that kind of money and he's not even sure who they were going to contact. So it actually seems like a really weird reason to kidnap him. So I don't know if I believe it. I want to believe it because I don't think that Hobgoblin would lie to me. He seemed like a really nice guy, but also it doesn't quite add up. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're reading the story and you know that they know that the other guys know that it's not all true, but everybody's pretending like it's true. Have you read Treasure?
Help me put this together, Emmy. Your friend Hayden is not petrified. He seems fine. How did that happen?
He's great now. I don't know. I think they fixed him.
And how did...
So they could ask him where they could talk to people to get the money.
Now, how is Hayden here with his friends now if he was kidnapped?
Oh, well, we rescued him.
Oh, you rescued him from...
Yeah, from those bad guys that you mentioned.
The Shadow Tide cartel.
Yeah, they're not very nice, so we rescued him from them.
And why did you not
Is
tell
that okay?
the emissaries?
Is that illegal?
Perhaps we could have helped you.
Oh, I didn't even know that you existed until today.
You didn't know that a large island would have some sort of town guard available to keep the citizens safe?
No, not really, because you see where I'm from, that makes a lot of sense because we all work together as a community and we're all really helpful and nice and everybody's part of one family and we all defend each other, but we don't really have crimes, so we don't really have like a police force. You just ask your cousin if they can help you if there's like a shark that needs rescued, and then they help you. And then I came to the surface world and everybody's really mean and nobody tells the truth. People don't really want to talk to me and they tell me that I'm weird. And no one ever helps anyone, so I didn't know that was a thing you could do. Actually, if I didn't know that was a thing you could do, I probably would have asked you for help a long time ago.
Well, in all of these surface cities you visited, did they have town guards?
I don't know. They had some mean people that chased us out of one town. Maybe they were the guards, but we didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, you all have absolutely seen town guards. Like,
I don't don't know that Emmy's concept of town guards is
Yeah.
that they're there to help. Though.
Yeah. And you've literally worked
She has
with
never
some-
experienced them wanting to help.
in Escos. Well, technically they're not town
But she
guards.
also
they're
heard
a
all the
different
stuff
faction.
that Azric.
Yeah.
Like think about who Emmy is learning about this from.
Well, I'm so happy that your friend Hayden has made it okay. I mean, you all must be very powerful to have rescued him from some
Oh.
sort of cartel location.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but we did it. We're really good at that kind of thing because we're adventurers and we're adventurers.
I see. Do you happen to remember the place where you went to rescue your friend?
Yes.
What is this place called?
I can't tell you.
Oh, you cannot tell me. Why is that?
No, I'm not supposed to. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you don't want us to get the rest of the bad guys that could hurt
That's
the people?
not what I said.
Oh, but if you told me where this place is, perhaps we
This
could
is
go
why you
find
should
the-
talk to Whisper because she would do what you're doing right now, but she's like way better at it.
Oh, so you think that Whisper
Like you
would just
didn't
tell me
even
what I
try to
wanted know?
pretend like you wanted to be my friend or anything. I'm just saying.
Do you want me to be to be your friend? I'm just trying to do
Are
a
we can be
service.
friends? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really want to know where the cartel people are, and where
Well,
you
you should
rescued your
ask
friend.
Azric because he's in charge.
Right.
I'm sure he'll tell you if it's a good idea.
Hmm. I see. So perhaps the cartel is upset at you for rescuing your friend that they held captive.
Probably because they paid like a lot of money to get him here.
Hmm.
We tracked him all the way. Wait, where were we? We were all the way from Escos, and it was not easy. I had to use every spell I had.
Well, I'm glad that you got your friend safe. Now, I'm going to take your advice, Amy. I'm going to talk to Azric next
Okay,
and
that's good.
try to get some answers from him.
Mhm.
Just wait here, just for a
Okay,
little bit.
But actually, you promised me that you'd take Cooter a snack, and I'd like
Oh,
to see
absolutely.
Cooter if that's okay. I want to make sure she's okay
me make
because
sure-
I'm really worried about her.
Let me make sure that she gets a snack.
Okay, but can I come because I want to make sure she's okay?
You
And
have
I think
to.
it'll make her feel better, and she'll be less likely to throw up on you. But also, if she does want to throw up on you, I brought her bucket.
Oh, perfect. Wait here for a moment.
Okay.
And then I'll go talk to her, make sure she's okay. And then once all of this is all cleared up, then I'll make sure that you can check on her yourself and make sure that she's feeling okay. Does that sound good?
Yeah, but Emmy would like to slide bucket onto their robes.
The crab?
Yeah.
Sure. I would like, so couple things. You're now assuming Bucket was with you this whole time and was hidden.
Why was Bucket not with me? Bucket's always with
Well,
me. in my
yeah, unless
pocket.
they're dead and you don't revive them.
Well, when haven't we had a
Anyway.
long rest since?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they're alive. Then I always
so
revive them if we have a long rest.
I'm gonna
They're my best friend.
have Bucket do a stealth roll
Okay,
to try and,
is it sleight of hand for me or a stealth for Bucket or both?
well, Bucket's gonna have to stealth to get past this person's view and to crawl on their boot or something.
Bucket has good stealth. Okay. Wait. 30-20.
All right.
No, Bucket.
Bucket is clicking on the ground and happens to grab onto their boot as they are walking out and just sort of
Just
crawls.
like hanging on.
Yeah. And Captain Darius puts their helmet back on and goes to secure some things for Cooter. Some water, some nice like bread. and
Man,
some
no scallops.
snacks.
I tried, Cooter. Sorry.
He's doing the best he can. Come on, he can't order a meal in that amount of
I
time.
don't know where Emmy comes from. You can just find scallops outside in the yard.
I don't control my heartburn, but I'll take what I can.
And Captain Darius comes back in, takes his helmet off, and puts some water on the table and has some nice like pita bread and like a nice hummus dip.
My
Mima's like, yes.
favorite.
Cooter, I've spoken to Amy, of course, and she wanted to make sure that you were all right and suggested we get you some snacks to make sure that you're doing okay.
Oh,
but
yes, thank you.
I'm starting to put these pieces together, and I can honestly say that your valiant rescue of Hayden from his petrification is, I mean, very admirable. I'm just curious as to why you did not involve the emissaries. We could have been helping you all.
Oh, well, first of all, we didn't unpetrify him. We found him that way. It was a shock to us, too. We thought he was a goner. And then he was stuck in some warehouse somewhere, I think it was. Yes.
Now, where
But he
was
was
this
just
place
he
that you
was
went
just okay. He
to
was in a
find him?
jail cell. Why did they keep him in a cell? Oh, it was I think there was a blacksmith, and then there was a portal, and then the portal went to another portal, and
Mhm.
there was some boxes.
Are you going
and
to
then we hung a
divulge the
left.
blacksmith's information since you have a mind like a steel trap?
Yes, absolutely. Like the whole floor plan,
Yeah.
exactly where everyone was at. The fact that he was like actually being kept in this like why do these people have a jail cell in their fucking warehouse? Like she's just like, none of this made any sense, and it was just ridiculous, really.
How much do you tell Captain? Because you know it's the Gilded Anvil. You know where it is. You know that there's a little a dwarven man named Grom that ran the place, and he had an apprentice there who was a Goliath woman. You know that there was some sooty noble that was there, and you know that when you left, the apprentice got into a fight, and like at least one of the people were dead. And like, how much do you tell Captain Darius?
Oh, everything I can.
Gotcha.
You just asked the right question.
Right. Okay. Very interesting. Yes, and we'll have to definitely look into this. And what was in this warehouse that you went
It was
through?
awful. Oh, there was shipments, boxes. There was some boxes with trinkets. So a lot of it was worthless. There was some decent things in there.
Like
We didn't
what?
think they would miss it, so
I see.
But well, I call her our accountant because you see she knows everything. But Whisper probably has a ledger somewhere of some sorts, maybe. I don't
Now,
know. I
do
just
you
fix
think
people.
that these things that you did not think that the cartel would miss, do you think that they had actual legitimate owners that might be missing these things?
Yeah. Oh well, actually, we were trying to find one. There was a couple of items that we were hoping. There was a cloak someone was after. I think maybe we might have found the owner of that one, gave that one back. Yes. So, we're doing our little bit of Robin Hood service here and there where we can. Speaking of not coming to you, I mean, this was the first time you actually showed up. There's so many times that we could have used guards, and we were looking and looking and looking for someone to help us when our friend was taken, and when our friend was petrified, and when our other friend nearly got murdered in the street. And where were all of you? Nowhere. So of course we didn't come to you. We have to handle it on our own.
Uta, I am not exaggerating, and I think that you know this, that there are damn near a guard on every corner in the Gilded Atoll, especially with the symposium in the following week.
Oh, then tell me why they have such blindness.
Really? Blindness.
They seem to look in every direction other than where there's trouble.
Now you tell me how a guard is supposed to help you when it seems as though you planned some sort of clandestine operation to infiltrate an area operated by the Shadow Tides cartel and infiltrate their warehouse and rescue your friend without telling
operation. It
everyone.
wasn't that hard, sir. Any bunch of riffraff could have pulled that off.
And how are we supposed to know if you don't tell us these things are happening?
We couldn't find anybody to tell, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You couldn't find anyone to tell.
She starts going,
Get this bread. before I
Mhm.
vomit on you. Heartburn is going to be the death of me.
In here, I thought you were such a sweet old lady, but you're just really a bitter old hag.
How
In the
rude! I
next
want
room,
to
Emmy
speak to your
gasps
hard, to
in
your
real time.
commanding officer.
Surprise.
Isaac! She starts screaming, Isaac, this man is dreadful, lad.
You
You
know,
speak to your mother like that?
I just don't like it when people lie to my face. In fact, I
What
despise
have I
it.
told you? That's a lie. My mind is a steel trap, sir.
I'm sure it is.
Can I roll an insight? I want to know how
Sure.
much he knows.
This guy's now the most hated character in our entire show.
Oh, fuck. 3.
I'm blinded by anger, and screw you.
You're blinded by anger, and when he sat down and started spouting off these facts, you think he knows everything, and like you assume that he knows everything about your time on the atoll, and no wonder he was upset when you claimed that you tried to find guards to help you, because he knows you didn't. He knows you're full of shit. and your act of being appalled is he's seeing right through it.
I am appalled.
And he just stands up and he just walks out. And
Damn it.
he comes back over to Hayden and sits back on the table with Hayden. Now, first off, I'm glad to hear that you were cured of your ailments when you were brought to the atoll. Your petrification.
Yeah, I'd rather not go through that again.
And it seems that perhaps your compatriots might have angered the Shadow Tides cartel in their valiant rescue attempt to save you.
Let's see. Well, that was something we weren't certain of.
What I just fail to understand is why would you hold this information back? Obviously, you've angered these people from infiltrating their warehouse and taking things from them and releasing people they were holding, including you.
Well, in fairness to myself, when I was unpetrified, I was not in a state to ask questions of my captors.
Well, you are in a
Blindfolded
state to know that you are being ransomed. That could be important information
Sure.
for us to know to try and help.
Sure. But I didn't know exactly who was after the ransom. They didn't exactly state who they were. Only that they wanted information from me about my family. It wasn't
But of
until after
course-
the fact,
Correct.
from my companions,
Mhm.
that I learned the identities of these people and who they might be.
Right, and you just happen to leave this out.
Well, the line of questioning hadn't brought us there.
Mm.
Also, we weren't certain as if that was actually who were targeting us. It was our number one possibility, but
Well, of course. I'm just a little just off-put of just how much questioning and prying it just took me to get there. It could have been a simple answer. But now, with all of the deception and lying by omission, now I have to assume that you all are hiding things from me, and that just makes my job so much more difficult. It makes me so much more suspicious of everyone involved.
well, without sounding rude, this is your job.
Right.
And it seems you've gotten information you were looking for already.
Hmm.
So, what now?
Well, of course, we're I already have people going out to the location in which they found you and going to look for evidence of who was there and figure out if anyone may have been left behind. Do you know if anyone was left alive in their valiant rescue attempt?
Yeah. There was one man, sort of a greasy scoundrel. As I was in a state of poor health from being rescued after what I can only assume had been days of relentless beatings, I just wanted to get the hell out of there. So I didn't have the strength in me to just slaughter who was left.
How noble of you.
Well, if you were in my position, I'd say they deserve it. But nevertheless, I'll let him go.
No, unfortunately, I think that I'm just going to have to hold you all here until my associates can get some answers from the Gilded Anvil.
Sure. Like I said, we had no plans to leave for another week or so. We had every intention of attending the symposium, was it?
It's the Mercantile Symposium of Progress.
Right. I will say, though, I was having some clothes made for Monday, so if possible, I should like to retrieve those.
Oh,
I can't go looking like this, most certainly.
Well, it is the end of Satyr's Day, so, we have plenty of time for that. I'm sure that once they get back, this will all be cleared up.
I hope so. I mean, I will reiterate, in fairness to me, the better part of my stay here has been under lock and key, blindfolded and beaten. So,
I'm sorry that you went through that. If I only wish that we could have been of some help.
I suppose you'd have to talk to my mates about that, which I'm sure you
Yes.
already did.
It seems that I don't know why they did not notify the emissaries. I mean, we could have mustered quite a large force, and perhaps kept people from dying.
That's fair. I will say on their part that if I had to put myself in their shoes, it'd probably be a matter of haste in trying to find me. For all they know, I was still stone. So I wouldn't be too harsh on them for that.
Indeed. Well, what I will do is I will ensure all of you are fed, made comfortable in the meantime, and we shall all speak soon.
That sounds fine. I think you'll realize that we had no intention of upsetting the locals here with any of this. We were really here for the sights, for the most part.
I see. Well, shall see you soon. He stands up, puts his helmet back on, walks out, and leaves the room. And I think that is an excellent.
If Emmy sees him when he leaves the room, though, she's definitely gonna accost him. Just letting you know. So
She's
that when
in
we
the
come
room
back,
with the door closed. Like she can't see
I'm in a
him.
room with the door closed.
Everyone's in a questioning room.
Oh, he put me in a question.
Yeah. Everyone's in a questioning room.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think it's a great place for us to take our break for the evening. So stick around, just go stretch your appendages, grab some snacks and some beverage, and we'll be back here in just a little bit. BRB. And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you've gotten some snacks and stretched your appendages, because we're back. Everyone's in jail for questioning. So let us get to it. Where we left off. Where we left off is Captain Darius seemed pretty sus of the situations, gathered some info, found information about the location of the blacksmith where the daring rescue of Hayden occurred. And currently he's holding the group until he gets some more information. Now, a few hours go by. They do bring you all some food. It's decent dinner, and some water or some juice if you're so inclined. But you are currently being held.
Still separately, or?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Kuda's stuffing her face with all the hummus she can fit in a beak thing.
Or gullet.
Yeah.
I would like to remind the GM
Yeah,
of something.
sure.
Bucket's still going for a cruise. And so if there's any conversations happening not in one of the interrogation rooms, Emmy can hear that too.
So after leaving the room, he sort of coordinates what's going on. Make sure everyone gets dinner. You note that they're sending dinner over to an additional interrogation room.
Oh, like
You
besides
hear
us?
Captain Darius just talking to another emissary, mentioning that he's questioned all of them, including the suspected cartel member, trying to figure out information. Is just sort of sharing the details of the case as he's unfolding it with this other person.
Is he like these losers?
And he's really just along the lines of just like, he's just peeling back the onion and there's just more and more layers. Like how far down does this go? Like it's an iceberg here. And you know, early on after leaving the room, after getting the information of where the blacksmith's location is, he sends some people to go out there immediately. And after some hours have passed, and he's basically just writing a report. He's just sitting down, writing notes, talking to people. Nothing really like super surprising until you see someone come up to Captain Darius and give him a message of sorts. So he stands up, leaves his office area, and sort of looks out to the main area, the holding area where you all were initially brought in. Can you roll a perception roll? Either if Emmy's doing it for, I'm guessing Emmy's looking through Bucket's eyes, right?
Yeah, so I think it would be Emmy's stats.
Yep.
Even though I'm perceptive, I don't know how perceptive I am through these prison
Yeah,
walls.
you're in a room.
Can I use my inspiration on this?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought Sandwich was having a cooter moment for a second there.
Apologies.
I got a natural 20. So
a natural 20.
It was a 20 or a 2, so thank goodness for that inspiration.
Wowee. Let's see here. I'm looking
What a 20!
Are we playing that every time someone rolls a 22?
No.
Dang it.
I'm looking for the right
Mariachi band shows up to like celebrate.
I'd take that.
Sorry, I have to look for a thing to find a thing. You understand. And there we go. With the natural 20, you see being hauled in manacles, Renard.
Renard. Remind me who Renard is?
Renard was one of the leaders of the people that were holding Hayden that you left locked into a cell alive.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
And let's see. And you see Renard being brought into another room by himself with the door closed behind him. One moment. Too many irons in the fire happening at once behind the scenes.
Suspense.
VS, I sent you a DM as well.
While the DM is loading, I will take this moment to remind our beautiful viewers / listeners that if you want to support the show, you can go and support us over on Patreon. We also have a special perk on Patreon where if you join one of the higher up tiers, you can make your own character that will show up in the campaign. That's right. Max will play whatever you make and he'll have to voice them too. So have fun with that. Also, you can also support us on YouTube or Twitch if you really want to. But what really helps is just hitting that little thumbs up button and throwing a comment in the comment section. So let us know if you're enjoying the show and leave us a comment. Do you need me to filibuster more?
Keep going.
Oh, also, if you like to show, but sometimes you want to listen to the show while working out, we also have this show in podcast format. You can find us in podcasts anywhere where podcasts can be found. That's right. Anywhere podcasts can be found. If you go to look for it and it's not there, let us know because we'll make sure it can be found there the next time. Also, Cooter says to be good to each other and do the right thing always. And that's what Cooter says. I'm running out of ideas.
You're doing great.
Always respect the cops unless you don't have to.
Yeah,
Remember, in which case, do you?
Remember, if the cops try to question you, you have rights. You don't have to talk to them. Be polite, always be polite, but don't tell them anything you don't have to or don't want to, and always ask for an attorney. That's right.
Well, we also have a podcast on Monday nights live on Twitch and YouTube called Tomb of Knowledge, and that is myself, Virtual Spectre, and Maximus Rake, as we talk things all D&D and discuss our opinions on things, if that matters to you or not. I don't know, but it's always a great time, and sometimes, and not always, but sometimes, most of the time, Bunny Dreadful
It gets
does
spicy.
beautiful, amazing D&D art Wednesday nights here on
Try
the Twitch.
if I'm able to.
Right.
Hopefully next week.
You witch.
Come
Trying to
hang
find
out
words.
and draw things.
Thank you all
Thanks.
for
Thanks,
stalling
everyone.
for me. Wheels are turning. So Captain Darius takes Renard into the interrogation room, in which none of you were there except for Bucket, which Emmy can see
Bucket.
through Bucket's eyes.
If you're new here, Bucket is a crab. Continue.
Yes, her crab familiar. Buns, I think I'll take the opportunity, since we live in the same house, I'm going to ask you to mute your microphone, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happens in this interrogation, and it is up to you to decide what happens next. I'll be right there.
What? What's happening? Hold on, I have to mute everybody. Wish me luck.
It's a secret. It's just he's literally.
Watch my face. I'll
You're
blink
the
if
only
it's
person
important.
who knows.
What? What about the viewers?
Read his lips. I can't see his lips.
What about the audience?
No, it's
They
all
have
blurry.
what's happening.
No one knows.
He's like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna pretend
She's like, "Shut up, chat. I'm trying to
to
listen."
whisper in your ears, and I want you to nod and smile. Yes, now laugh. Yes, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, now she's like, what? Yes, more surprise face, bigger surprise face. Beautiful. You're like a tiger.
Look at her face.
Sorry, Caster.
Now, Keith.
Oh, now it's serious mode. I'm reading lips, and Bunge said wait. Now, okay, that's all I could read.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, audience, you are all shocked as we are.
The whisper's still happening if you're just listening and not watching.
Isn't it perfect how Max is blurred out by the camera?
Yeah, it's too perfect. I don't like it.
He's like, this is like a sports play when the camera goes to the coach and they're covering their mouth when
Bun
they're like,
has to. Bun has to
Now-
keep taking
now
her
Bun's
headphones off because
laughing.
we're commentating,
now
on the
they're talking
moment.
about.
and she's trying to concentrate
Uh-oh.
on what he's saying.
Max is asking her what she wants for dinner.
And she said pizza.
You got pizza?
Yep. See, she nodded.
Not
Pizza.
the dog, but actual pizza.
Now she's
Another
surprised again.
Information. Now, yeah. Now Emmy looks concerned. She's starting to realize what's happening.
It's a concerning situation.
Now she.
Alone
Oh my god, the
whisper.
pressure. I would just vomit.
Uh-oh, some big lore
Life
just dropped.
imitates art, Nina.
Big fat lore just dropped, and I'm assuming Renaud is throwing us under the bus. Oh,
Is this the
finger
guy
quotes.
that is this the
Finger
guy
quotes.
that Hayden knocked out that he's talking?
This
I
is the
think
guy
so.
for everyone in chat. Renaud is the head honcho who had Hayden imprisoned in the warehouse, and we left Hayden in the jail cell within their base, with the key locked and thrown away. And it looks like they found Renaud.
What
Good
if
thing I told them everything.
like the reason why they took Hayden is being revealed?
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Renaud would do that.
You don't think so?
No, he would spill the beans.
Yeah, he seemed like a rat type of guy.
He
Yeah.
would 100% spill the beans.
But also, good thing Kuda told the truth about everything. Laid out the floor plan.
Well,
Because now we can compare notes.
What
He
if
might be lying.
this is out of combat stuff now? Because
We're having the
What?
out of combat in combat. Live.
This is a hell of a whisper secret session. Jeez.
Captain
You have
Darius
secrets
is
too.
being paid
Don't act all innocent.
by the cartel. He's corrupt. This is the Gilded Atoll, after all. Greed, capitalism, money.
Yeah. The police are in on it. The police are in on it.
Wait,
No.
Because they never stopped us. They knew everything we were doing. They never came and stopped us.
and they're
They
aware
waited-
of the cartel. Oh,
And they're aware of the cut.
Podcasters,
Chad.
you should.
Oh
if
my god.
Hey guys, how's it
listening
going?
to this episode,
well,
You
that
should
was something.
go to the YouTube and watch it while you're listening to the podcast to see Bunny Dreadful's reaction.
Okay, thank you. That took a while, but it makes sense.
He was
Better
yelling
than
in
a
my
mini-
ear. I had to
No.
have him repeat it.
It was so worth. It was so worth. We had our own. We were deducting, deducing,
You
commentating
guys don't even
live.
know. That's all I'm gonna say.
So through Bucket's eyes, you see This person gains some information and promptly stands up and leaves the room. He beelines it to Hayden, opens the door, and sits down, takes the helmet off, and just looks at Hayden, removes the manacles once again. As everyone left, they'd put things back on, make sure you wouldn't like run away. He removes the manacles and he just says to Hayden, "Please accept my dearest apologies, Mr. Highwind. I am, if I only understood the situation, I would have handled this much differently, and you and your friends are all free to go. I will make sure they are released immediately."
All right.
I just wish that you had notified us first of your arrival.
Little hard to do that if I was stone.
I understand. If you ever require any assistance from us, just let us know. He just kind of looks at you and just like nods towards you, like catches your eye.
All right.
Very well.
Appreciate that.
I have severely misjudged the situation and everything going on here. Please, you're free to go. And he just steps out the door, and as he sort of moves out and shouts to someone, one of the other emissaries, he says, "Please release the rest of them that are currently here for questioning, except for those two," and points to 2 rooms. And with your passive perception, Hayden, you can see a little claw hanging from the back of his boot, and can spot the blue little crab that is Emmy's best bucket friend.
Bucket waves at Hayden with his other claw.
Makes sense. She would do something like that.
And all of the doors for you all are promptly opened. There are apologies, and they say that you all are free to go.
It's clearly a trap, right? You want us to leave so you can arrest us for running.
No, absolutely not. You are all free to go, and we're sorry for the trouble, and we hope you enjoy the Gilded Atoll during the time of the symposium.
What?
Hey, thanks. Bye.
No more questioning?
No, we are very sorry and apologize, and just we will ensure that the cartel is we're keeping a close eye on them so that they cannot hurt anyone else or your friends.
Well.
Why?
Azric,
Please.
I need to pee really bad. We have to go now.
Well,
No,
you're
it's really
old enough-
bad.
You're old enough to
I have
do
to
that.
go.
Oh,
Yeah, so all of the doors open, and you're all sort of ushered out, and you're all just kind of out in the holding area now. And Captain Darius is like, "You're all free to leave. Feel free to just to go as your earliest convenience. You do not need to be here anymore."
He grabs Azric's hand. I gotta go. Let's go. And Run starts pulling him out the door.
She drags me out. I will speak to your supervisors, and you'll be shoveling shit in the gutters.
And
happened?
Cooter's running after.
I
Yeah.
don't think we should go back to our ship. It doesn't seem safe.
Okay, but I really do have to pee right now, Cooter.
Oh, yes.
Look,
Look, I've
there's
been
an
saying,
inn over there with an outhouse. Okay, bye. Azric, you can't come with us. We're going to the ladies' room.
You dragged me outside.
And then Abby runs off.
Azur. I don't know what she's up to.
And Cooter like Shab was
We had
after.
to
It's
go.
all right. I'll take care of it. We'll be back in a moment.
Hurry, this is really important. I make sure I look around and make sure no one else is listening as soon as we get around the corner.
Situations.
So it's just
So-
you and Cooter and not.
Yeah, and you
the-
too, if you want to talk first.
So you all are outside, and Emmy's saying, "I gotta pee," basically.
In the
right?
ladies' room.
And I dragged her around the corner towards like an whatever. I just ran.
Okay.
We just ran around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
Hayden and I will wait here.
I guess I'll
Suppose.
wait with you.
Yeah, just wait.
It's a hygienic thing, Hayden. You know. Let's just
Sure.
let them. Lady.
What
please.
did they just told me we were free to leave?
Why? They said I was gonna spend the night.
Well, they said the same thing to me.
What changed?
All I know is he came into my room and said, "Apologies, sir. I misjudged the situation. You're all free to go." And so here we are.
To me, that sounds like someone paid him. Maybe someone paid him so we can get out. Maybe we have a nice benefactor.
Perhaps, did anyone know we were here?
No. I mean, I don't know. Did you tell him anything? I told him what? And then he never returned.
The only thing I said in questioning was we were in the market and robed men wielding blades came at us. I tried to play it as if we didn't know why.
Well, I get the feeling that he knew we were lying.
Well, it's the second time he came in, he clearly knew that I was a stone at one point and that you all rescued me, so somebody...
Either Emmy spilt the beans, which is most likely, or Akuta's a little sly. She's a sneaky one. Oh, my bet is with Emmy.
I wonder.
And he only spoke to me once. And that was it. He never returned.
Well, he came to me twice.
To interrogate you and then to say that we're free to go.
He interrogated me, and then that's when we had to wait. We had I'm assuming you got a meal too.
Yeah, it was a free meal. Can't complain.
And then it was not till just now that he returned and apologized and set us free.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see what Emmy and Kuta have to say. I mean, there's the inn. Let's
We
get
don't
a drink.
anywhere without this kind of trouble, I swear.
One day when we're rich and we can retire from this chaotic life.
Well, if you all ever want to go to Osham Moran, I have a house there. Apparently, people want it.
Sure. I mean, the last place I want to be is Escos, so anywhere else is better.
Osham's a nice place.
So what happened here? What happened?
As Azric and Cooter, or as Azric and Hayden finish up their conversation, they just see a little tiny blue crab waddle out from underneath the front door, like, "Hey guys."
Pick a bucket. What are you doing here? Did you die?
And then back with Emmy and Cooter. Okay. This is not good, Cooter. Okay.
Breathe, Dave, hold, and out.
Okay. First things first.
goodness.
Cooter, can I trust you?
Well, always. Certainly.
Promise. Like, you super double extra secret, super secret promise. Like, we should figure out, like give me your pinky. Oh, you don't have a pinky.
I'm
Give
not
me your
the best
fin
at-
and say, "I promise" 3 times, and then we'll hop in a circle, and that's how I'll know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hop. Okay.
I promise,
I
I promise,
overheard-
I promise.
Something. And I don't know
Yes.
what it means. And I don't know who I should tell because
Okay, what
it's
did you
something doesn't
hear?
make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, what did you hear? Let's see. Let's see if we can
Okay.
understand. A lot
Okay, so-
happened just now. It was very confusing.
So the guy that kidnapped Hayden, he is not working for the Shadowtide cartel.
Renard.
No, he's not. Well, he does work for them, but he took a side job.
Oh.
And he was actually working for the Order of Conservancy.
Oh no.
And they wanted him to pretend like they kidnapped Hayden
To
so
pretend
that
like they
we
kidnapped him.
would rescue him. And then he could come back and rejoin us.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the look. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And she's doing like her whole Charlie Day, like what? It doesn't. Who is in charge? What does it mean?
Wait, so it was a trap the whole time?
Yeah, but we're okay. So
So what was
So
the
their
end
goal was to get Hayden back with our ship crew.
I wonder why.
I know I had that thought, and I thought we should ask Hayden. And then I rolled a d20 to see if Emmy would be smart enough to realize this. And Emmy had this thought that, what if Hayden's working for them?
Oh dear.
He just showed up out of nowhere and he started following everyone. And he has all this money and a home he could return to. So I don't know. I really like Hayden, so I don't think it's true. But I thought I should ask you first before I told Azric, because I'm afraid Azric will overreact.
Well, I'm not one to not overreact.
I'm overreacting too, but I thought I could trust you.
You can. We can trust each other, but I also don't know what to do. I don't think.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
We sacrificed so much to save him. Why would he
I
do something
know.
like this?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he would. But if he wouldn't, then why do they want him with us? Are they spying on him?
Did
Are
they bug him? Maybe
What does
they
that mean? They
enchanted
put
him
bugs on him?
somehow. Well, you could. That is one way you could do it. It's
Like
part
insects?
of the enchantment.
Like rolling
Well-
polies?
Maybe. Or ants.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, ants.
Kind
I
of
don't
like the
ants.
same way that you use bucket,
Oh.
but a different.
Oh no. What if they're using him the same way I use bucket?
Well, yes. I don't know. How are we going to
Why
find
would they do
out?
that? Why wouldn't they then just come arrest us? Because I
We
thought they
need to
just
talk
wanted
to
to
him.
arrest Azric. Okay, but should we tell Azric first?
Well, yes, but I don't know how you're going to get him alone.
Oh, that's easy. I'm pretty good at getting rid of people. People sometimes just don't really want to talk to me anyway. So
Why don't
sometimes
we
I just
keep this to ourselves? And then when
Okay.
Hayden goes to pick up his clothing
Okay.
on Monday,
okay.
then you can have the conversation with him. I'll go with him to collect the clothes.
Okay. I like this plan because I don't want Hayden to think we don't trust him if we do trust him, but I don't know if we do trust him. I mean, I want to trust him.
I know I want to as well. I feel so betrayed. And also, that copper really laid into me. It was quite
No, I heard that
What?
and I was really rude.
rude.
If he came back to my
Oh,
room, I was going to
incredibly
turn
rude.
into a bear. It's probably good I didn't do that, huh?
Yeah, it's better that you didn't. Didn't
Yeah, I figured after the fact, but I was really mad. I'm surprised you didn't throw up on him. I wouldn't even have blamed you.
I would. I came close quite a few times. I was quite terrified that was going to happen. But thank goodness for that bread.
Yeah.
We should probably go back. This is a very long
Okay.
way.
Okay, just don't let Hayden know that we know, even though he may not know anything about it. We just don't know.
Yep. We will do that.
Okay,
Yep.
look at me in the eyes and tell me and say I don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, Cooter.
Well, I'm doing the best I can because I rolled a 6. in deception.
Okay, well, do it more like this. Oh, I rolled a 9. I don't know anything. Yeah, like that, like that.
All right, here we go. I don't know anything.
Perfect. That's perfect.
that
He's never
better?
gonna catch
Okay.
on. Yeah, it's so much better. Okay, you did
Okay.
okay. We got this. Okay.
Yeah, we just and then we walk back to the two of them, and
Yeah.
then Kudo goes back up to Azric and Hayden and just goes, I don't know what happened, but that was a very dreadful experience. I hope that everything will be okay.
I don't want to know what happened in that house. Thank you.
Emmy's fine. She was just a bit rattled.
don't know
and
anything.
got a bit excited.
What? Why would you say that?
I don't know.
Are you all right?
She's a
No.
bit startled.
I'm sick to my stomach.
That why you went to the
Yeah. It was the super slop.
Yeah, it came out both ends. It was not pretty.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not
We
good.
really didn't need that information.
Sorry.
well, I apologize, but we're a family, aren't we?
Well, of course, but
Some,
Your
Take
bowel
care of
movements
each
are-
other, no matter which end it's coming out of.
some things are just
Yeah.
better left for privacy. That's
I
whole.
agree.
Well, I'm not hungry anymore. Man, not really was.
I'm not. I had a really wonderful meal there, actually,
Oh,
despite
did he
how
bring you
rude
scallops?
awful the
I told him to
service
bring you
was.
scallops.
No, it
Oh,
was just bread.
Oh.
Bucket came out of the.
Oh, hi, Bucket.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Oh, he was still dead.
Should we head back to the ship then?
That's,
Sure, Hayden. Is
Yeah.
that what you want to do?
why are you asking in that way?
I'm just asking a question.
Well,
Oh.
it's
I'd
clear that-
assume we'd
not
all
safe
want to go
here.
back to the ship at this point.
Right, I agree. Well, it's clear that we're not safe here if they're going to try to kill us in broad daylight. So,
It feels like we're not safe anywhere anymore.
We really aren't, are we?
do you need medicine for your tummy?
No, I feel better now. Let's go to the ship.
I had it covered. I am the medic, after all.
Yeah, she's my doctor.
Um, so he questioned all of us. What did he ask all of you? Because
Well,
Lots of things, but he wasn't very good at it. He's not like Whisper. Whisper's so much better at that because Whisper tricks you into thinking you're friends first and then you just tell her everything. He didn't even do that. It wasn't very convincing.
oh, you didn't tell him anything.
I told him that Hayden was stoned and we came here to rescue him because he was kidnapped, and that's all I said.
I told him everything.
Oh, Sanakuda!
I rolled a 2 in deception. I couldn't
Okay.
help it. He asked me how we found our friend was petrified, and I said, well, he wasn't petrified. And he was like, well, then how did you find him? And then I said, well, here was the floor plan, and it was at the blacksmith, and then they had a room, and there was a portal to the other room, and there were some packages, and we returned some because, you know, we do good deeds. We give the packages back to where they belong. And then one thing led to another, and then next thing I knew, I had told him that we
To
had
be fair,
used
he called her
already
an
kept-
old hag, so really
He
it's not
did.
her
It was
fault.
very rude.
Yeah, he was
awful
nasty.
Why would he do
And then
such a
all of a
thing?
sudden he did a 180 and said, oh, I'm very sorry. You can all leave now. What happened?
He called you what?
Yeah.
He called me an old hag.
An old hag. I heard it.
We burned the building.
In when he was questioning me.
Well, that was rather rude.
Yes, well, it was awful. Fully accosted me. He was all,
Well-
why didn't you come and ask us for help? And I said, well, we
Yeah,
have
he said
never
that
been
to me
anywhere
too.
visible for us to find. And he said, we're on every corner. And I said, well, then you would have seen everything. And you could have
He
come
said
to
that
our
to me
assistance in the
too.
first place.
He said we were
Why-
supposed to come to the police if we had troubles. Is that what the police are for?
Oh God, no!
Okay, that's what I thought.
Never go to the gods. No.
Okay.
Do we need to kneecap him?
Wait.
What does that
You-
mean?
He
Why
called
did
you
they
an old
release-
hag.
He did call you an old hag.
one
I was going to
calls-
turn into a bear, and I was going to let him know how I felt about that.
I
No
nearly
one
threw
calls
up on
our
him. I was
Kuta
so
an old
angry.
hag.
That's true.
I still don't understand why, after all these hours of waiting, we're free to go.
You know what? I don't feel so good after all. Maybe we should go back to the ship.
That's
Oh,
what I.
okay.
What? I thought we were going to do that.
Okay.
I thought you were feeling better.
No, I don't feel good. I think I need some more super slop. You know, when you drink too much and then people say you should drink more the next morning to like cancel it out. I think I need more super slop.
But you said the super slop was the reason why you know.
But it also puts hair on your chest, is what Chowder said. So I think I need some. Let's go.
What did
Well,
what did
I
that guy
think we
do
could
to
all
you, Emmy?
use a rest.
I think I'm fine.
Do you eat anything other than the super slop?
No.
I'm going to go get her fed. Let's go back to the ship and we can discuss this in the morning.
Okay, just just seems weird.
No, it's not weird. Everything's fine.
It's like
She's
approaching.
clearly rattled from the situation.
Well, the more I hear of it, the more I don't like this guy.
It's
No, Mr. DM. Sorry.
sorry. I was
Sorry.
like, it's approaching like midnight or so. It's currently Satyrs Day, and then Sunday will be the next, and then Moon Day will be after that. So after you get some sleep, you'll wake up and it's Sunday.
Ah, a long rest.
You all have gotten a short rest though during your time there, in the holding
Oh.
area if you need that. So
So are we gonna get a long rest on the ship?
up to y'all. What happens whenever you get back? But
Okay,
It takes
I'll hold
you-
on.
it takes you a bit, but you all can make it back to the ship. It's like midnight by the time you get there. It's late, long day. Ezric
Who's
still looks like
gonna-
shit.
Yeah, I think we should take the night and rest unless anyone has anything urgent to discuss.
Who's on?
No, not me.
Who's on night shift?
Well, I can be. I think.
Kazak,
Yes, Quartermaster.
who's running night watch?
Let me see. One moment, please. I do
Oh,
believe
yeah, we're
that
officers. We don't have to keep watch.
night watch this
That's
evening
right.
is Lucille, Gear, and Boulder.
Well, we may need another set of eyes or two this evening.
Right. I will wake Magnar and Slug.
Much appreciated.
Very well. Pleasure to have you all aboard again.
It's good to be back.
And
Don't mind the blood. It's mine.
Thank you. Also, do not talk to the guards. They called Cooter an old hag.
You said that to Kurzak?
Yeah.
I'll keep note of that. Emmy,
Thank you, Kurzak.
I don't make it a practice to talk to the guards anyway.
That's what I thought. But
Just have everyone be on extra alert this evening.
Very well. Anything in particular that we're looking for?
Anyone suspicious around our ship, I suppose.
Wearing
I
clothes.
assume I can trust that they all know what suspicious people look like.
To be fair, Quartermaster Hayden, everyone on the ship looks suspicious, but I understand what you mean.
People that aren't ours.
Yes, of course. I'll see to it. And he stomps off and starts yelling the names other people who's gonna wake up, like rousing them out of their
Midnight,
bunks.
man. Yeah.
Yep, and he's
Gravely injured. I'm going to retire.
Yeah, I need some sleep.
Me too.
Night, Emmy. Feel better.
Night.
Asric, perhaps you should talk to her. She seems really rattled after that. Maybe she could do with some words from the captain.
And is it really important that I do it now, or can this wait till morning?
I think it's quite important. Maybe she won't be able to sleep well tonight if she doesn't talk to someone. But, I mean, I could talk to her, but I'm just as scared as she is. I don't have the same authority you do.
You're like her grandmother in her eyes. If anyone will talk to you.
There's
feel
only
comfortable
so
with
much
it.
power a grandmother holds.
All right. Well, can you bring some tea? And maybe that will help calm Emmy down, and I'll
Oh,
take her
yes,
to
of
my
course.
quarters. Emmy, before you go to bed, would you please, why don't you have some tea and sit down in my nice comfy chair?
He looks at Adric and then looks over at Cooter.
And Cooter's just like,
Yes, go. You'll feel
Yes,
better, dear.
I think tea would help.
Why are you saying it that way?
I'm not. I'm just saying. I just think it would help. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't understand.
Sweetheart, just go calm down, have
Okay.
some tea, and have a chat. All right?
If you're not feeling well, you can just take my bed. I'll sleep elsewhere.
No, I'd like some tea. Let's go have some tea.
I'll
Right.
go and help Chowder with some extra super slop.
Hayden's
So-
already gone to bed, by the way.
yeah.
So as you all are kind of getting
He's
on
just
the
that
ship,
rattled.
you see Whisper sort of rubbing her eyes and comes out from below the hold and sees Cooter coming down to prepare some food. And it's like midnight, and she sort of looks up and sees like Hayden going to bed, Cooter going downstairs, and then Emmy and Azric, and then she's like, "The fuck is going on?"
Oh, we just got
Oh
out of-
dear, there was a lot. How was your night? Did you sleep well?
Until now.
Well, yes. I would be on watch tonight if you've had a good rest. It seems that we might have some trouble from the authorities here. Not sure why just
From-
yet.
The authorities? What would? Are we in trouble
Well,
with
the guards.
emissaries?
Yes. They took us all in for questioning and then promptly let us all go and apologized for the trouble. We're still trying to work out why that is, but
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
Speak to the
And
captain
then
about this, and she just kind of like,
Keep walking.
just says, "Okay, you go down." And she comes up
Yeah.
and she's, "Captain, a word.
Yes, Whisper.
You were brought in for questioning from the emissaries.
Oh, that. Oh,
Pot-
dear. Yes.
Pardon my bluntness, but what the fuck?"
Well, we were in the marketplace, and Taj got a permit to pursue her practice of fortune telling, and we were ambushed by 9 assailants. Killed most of them. A lot of them ran away after the mask arrived. I went down, used the blood. I woke up in
I
the
look
prison
like
cell.
shit.
Yes. We woke up in a prison cell. We were questioned.
Who are
Apparently
the assailants?
the cartel.
Fuck.
So we managed to knock one of the cartel out for questioning, but the emissaries got to him first, interrogated him. I'm assuming, and
Assuming they're pissed off that
that we freed Hayden and stole some items probably.
You stole some items from them?
Just like a box.
Alright. And she
But
just... Hmm.
a few hours later, we waited for a few hours. They served us dinner, and then they said we were free to go, and it apologized for holding us for some reason. We have no idea why.
Oh. I need to attend to some things. If you'll excuse me, Captain.
What will you be doing?
Your business.
All right. Well, Hayden already asked Kozak to get extra eyes for the night watch, and
It's not enough. And she just turns around and then just opens the hatch, and you can hear her yelling, "Double the fucking watch!" And she's just like getting people out because all she knows is that the cartel tried to kill you all.
all right. Well, I'm glad she's on our side. Emmy, if you'd like to sit down now.
Okay.
Are you? Close the door. Are you really all right?
I will. I'm gonna drop, just like kind of place Bucket on like a barrel next to the door, by the way, to make sure no one can listen in. So he's outside technically.
Listen,
What?
it happens. We're pirates. We all go to jail sometimes. It's completely normal.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I have a question for you.
Cool.
Can I trust you?
Of course, I'm your captain.
You can't tell anyone. I don't even think you should tell Tosh. Nothing against Tosh. I just think the more people that know this, maybe the worse it could be.
Whatever happened in the outhouse, I don't worry.
It's not about, it's not a, no, I didn't go to the outhouse at all. We just went around the corner.
You pooped in public?
No, no, I wouldn't do that unless maybe I was in the ocean. Then that's not really the public. No, listen. Okay, nothing happened. No, nothing like that happened. I have some information that I told Cooter, and I need to tell you. She said I should tell you, but only in private. Okay, so I used Bucket to spy on the captain that was really rude, and I learned some information. But I don't want to tell you.
Oh. I'm not really sure how to handle this. If you're comfortable, of course you could trust me. I'm your captain.
Okay, but
if you don't want to tell me, just tell me, Emmy. How bad can it be?
You can't. It's really bad.
How bad can it be?
I think we're all in danger.
Well, yeah, we were attacked in the market from
not by the Shadow Tide cartel.
Who?
The Order of the Conservancy.
What about them?
They're involved.
How are they involved?
So the guys that kidnapped Hayden, they're not working for the Shadow Tide cartel. That's a cover.
That's not the cartel.
They're not the I mean, they are the cartel, but they weren't doing it for the cartel.
So they had another job.
Yeah, like a side job.
Okay.
And that's why they kidnapped Hayden.
What does that have to do with the order?
Okay, wait, promise me you're not going to tell anyone. Give me your pinky and we have to go in a circle and you have to say, I promise 3 times.
Why?
I don't know. I had a friend once that told me that's what you do if you aren't going to break a promise.
Okay.
Okay. I promise 3 times and we go in a circle. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I promise. I promise.
I promise.
You won't tell anyone.
Okay, I won't tell anyone.
Okay, the Shadow Tide cartel didn't know that he was doing the side job. The Renard
Renaud, yes. The
Renaud guy.
slimy guy, yes.
Yeah, that guy. He's extra slimy. He's slimier than we knew. So he
What does
was
that have to do
working
with
for
him?
the Divine Order of the Conservancy, and that's why he kidnapped Hayden.
Why would Hayden doesn't cast magic? Why would they want Hayden?
That's what's not making sense, because they was supposed to pretend like he was gonna ransom Hayden so that we would come and save him. I don't, you know what I mean? Like the whole like I told you it was a trap. Remember how I said it might be a trap? It was a trap for us. It wasn't about Hayden. But then I started thinking, if it's not about Hayden, why is their end goal is for Hayden to join back up with us?
What did Bucket listen to?
Did listen to Renaud, and he spilled all the beans, as he liked
how
to
did-
say on the surface.
How did Renaud get to the garrison?
I don't know. I didn't tell him anything about the warehouse. That wasn't me. That must have been Cooter. I
Well,
didn't
she
say
said it was-
nothing.
So, Huda told them everything. 'Cause
Okay, yeah, Cooter did
has
it, not me.
the memory of and
She told him exactly how to get there, I'm guessing, because they got him and they brought him in not long after. They talked to her, and then they questioned him, and he broke under questioning like really fast.
What did Renaud say?
We
Exactly.
should have probably killed him, but he said he was doing a side job and he wasn't working for the Shadow Tide Cartel.
Why did the Shadow Cartel try to kill us?
Well, probably because we stole their stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's related.
So we waited hours.
Mhm.
Renaud was brought in for
Mhm.
questioning.
Mhm.
Aiden is the key to a trap, and that's why we were set free?
I think we were set free because as soon as the captain found out that the Divine Order of Conservancy was involved, he probably wanted nothing to do with it. The second he found that out, he let everyone go.
And this has nothing to do with Aiden's family.
I mean, I don't think Reynard was lying because he was really scared, like, of the cartel and what they were going to do to him. And so he was trying to make a deal. And the second he spilled the beans, the captain let everyone go as soon as he told him it was the Divine Order of Conservancy. That's right, DM? Am I correct? Okay.
So why we should tell Hayden?
I don't know if we should tell Hayden, because if the Divine Order of Conservancy's entire goal in this was to get Hayden unpetrified and then return him to our ship. That's
we
what
are-
Renaud said.
In danger right now.
Well, the thing is, if they knew where we were all along because they found Hayden and they haven't attacked us since then, what does that mean?
But you just said that their plan have Hayden return to the ship where we
Yes.
are right now.
Yes. But I don't know why. It's not hard to find our ship. We named it the Unfortunate. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Well, we also registered when we docked, so
Yeah, that's not the part I'm scared of. I'm scared of what if Hayden's working for them.
for the cartel?
No! Azric!
Working for the
Yes!
that
He doesn't use magic. He's not illegal, and he just showed up and started following us one day. I mean, okay, to be fair, I know by that logic, I did the same thing. I just started following you too, but that's because I didn't want to go home and I didn't have anywhere else to go, and I was scared, and Cooter seemed really nice, and you seemed really handsome. I mean, I didn't say that. Anyways, I know it's a little scary, but Hayden just showed up out of nowhere, and he started following me.
All right, Emmy, getting a little loud now.
Sorry.
If
I'm just really
Hey.
nervous.
if Hayden is working for the Order,
I didn't say
what?
that.
Well, you just
You
said what
said it. I didn't say it.
I don't believe that makes sense, because if he did work for the Order, then why are they waiting so long to capture us?
Well, Cooter said maybe he's been bugged. Maybe they put ants on him.
Ants.
Take it, Nina.
Maybe they put bugs on him the way I use bucket.
You think they're tracking?
They're tracking him or spying on him, but I
magically?
don't know why. It means that we have something they want, but I don't know what we have that they want. Do we have something they want? We have that orb thing.
Yes, we have. No one knows we have that, unless
Hayden
Hayden.
knows we have that.
told them we have it. And
I don't know
maybe-
what else they would want him with us for. Like I said, maybe he doesn't know that they're tracking him. Or he's working for them. Or when he got turned into a statue, they kidnapped him and then they swapped him out. And now it's not the real Hayden, it's a fake Hayden.
a
Fake
fake
Hayden.
Hayden.
Yeah. I read a book about that once.
What? Okay.
Did you know there's creatures that can change to look like any? Oh, actually, you do know that because I think Josh can do that. Yeah, actually, you know that. You know that. Okay.
Emmy, you're putting me in a very difficult position.
Well,
Okay,
I'm not
here's-
doing anything. I'm just giving you curse that I should tell you, and I didn't know what to
Daddy,
do. And I was really
please,
scared.
there. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna hug Emmy. I'm like, there. It's all right. It's all right.
I need
Listen.
some more super sloppy thing.
If I, in my heart, I don't believe Hayden is working for the Order, but he
Either,
could be
but
bugged, as you say.
or
Cooter,
mind controlled. Has he
Oh.
ever done anything suspicious? He
no,
is suspiciously handsome.
true. That,
Yeah.
that he's just born that way. You can't-
True. He doesn't tell us about his backstory until real recently. We didn't know anything about his family.
Oh, not we. Yeah, true. Listen, there's ways we can figure this out.
Okay.
Kuda can cast detect magic, and we can see if anything
Okay.
magical is around.
Oh, that's a good
Hayden.
idea.
And secondly, do you know this?
I could do locate ants. Do you think that would help?
Locate? No, we don't need to.
Okay.
Well, okay, so what Kuta means that he's bugged, not by ants. It's like
Oh.
what you did with
Like any
with-
bug. I see.
like Bucket is your little
Yeah.
spy, right? So maybe they have a little spy on Hayden.
Is there a way to keep them from spying on him?
You have the ability to dispel magic.
I think so. Pretty sure druids do.
You have it prepared.
No.
I can, because it's sleepy time.
Tomorrow morning I can.
Well, now I'm very worried, and I don't want to sleep. So I will keep watch with the others, and you can go to sleep since you need to prepare the spell.
Okay. Do you want me to keep watch?
No, you need to sleep.
Do you want me to turn into a bug and bug Hayden?
Then how will you sleep?
I don't know.
Do you want to leave Bucket in Hayden's bunk?
Well, I can't. I mean, I can't watch through Bucket's eyes while I'm sleeping. And Bucket gets distracted so easily. Just one crumb of bacon and he's gonna be out of there.
All right. Well, Whisper's on the case already. She's doubling the watch.
I don't think we should tell Whisper.
Well, no, but she's making sure we're safe for the night.
Okay. Well, I think we're safe for the night.
Okay.
If they were gonna kill us, they could have done it any time by now.
Now we're all here together.
I don't know.
We'll stick to the plan.
Okay, what's the plan?
You get some sleep. Prepare spell magic. We'll have
Okay.
to detect magic to see if
Okay, I'll tell
anything
Cooter.
abnormal is happening around the ship or around Hayden.
Okay,
And then if there is, you might be able to discern what type of magic.
I have
it
a
is.
question.
Yes.
You know how Taj can do that spell where she can see somewhere that she isn't there?
Yes.
I don't think using Dispel Magic or Detect Magic will know if they're using that.
Well,
Do druids have that spell?
we can.
You tell
We
me.
can.
What's it called? Clairvoyance?
Yes.
Divination.
But that
That's different.
spell, if you recall, does not last that long.
Right,
They would-
that's what I'm saying is they could be doing that every so often and we wouldn't know. We should do Zone of Truth on Hayden.
we don't have. Well, that would raise a lot of questions from Hayden.
Right, but
and-
then we would know.
but we don't have calls anymore, so we don't have that capability.
Oh.
Just see if Cuter finds anything first. How about that?
But if I ask him, if I'm just like, I'm in on your secret and you can tell me, ooh, you should have Whisper do it. She's really good at that.
True, because you're terrible at lying.
Well, I'm getting better.
All right. Well, let's just first things first. We'll have Cuter cast detect magic, and we'll survey
And
the
I'll
ship.
dispel magic and we'll make sure the ship's not got any magic on it. Got it.
Yes.
mean-
Let's go to Cuter now. She's down at the kitchen.
Okay. Wait, am I going to talk to Cooter?
We both are going to go together.
Okay.
All right. Open the door and let Emmy go out first. We'll find Cooter.
In the kitchen with Chowder, teaching her how to make the flatbread, pita bread.
Ooh. Chowder, you should go up on deck. Ursak said your super slop wasn't as good today as it was yesterday.
Whoa! Emmy! Zach did not say that. Could you please give us officers privacy? You're trying to murder Kurzak? What are you doing, Emmy?
It's fine.
Oh, your super
murder
slop's
him.
amazing, and the new pita bread turned out beautifully.
You want
Keep
privacy?
at it. We're going.
Go into the kitchen.
Yes, we'll leave the kitchen. Don't worry about him.
Let's just go to my quarters again.
Yes,
Stabs the
yes.
knife into
I'm
her cutting
coming,
board.
I'm coming.
Doing great, Chowder.
And she like takes the nice apron because she bought her cooking supplies and her brand new knife, stabs it into the brand new cutting board, and like throws down the apron and is just like stomping around, pissed off.
Emmy, you
Don't
can-
worry about
Ew.
him, Chowder. I'll be back later. Keep at it, dear.
Chowder, are you tapped out, or can you detect magic still?
Oh yes, no, I can detect magic. Yes,
Can you just,
particularly as a ritual. If you have 10 minutes.
of course. Can you just please patrol the ship and see if anything unusual pops up on your radar?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Please,
All right.
you need
Just got to make sure the
water.
pipes are clear, you see.
And she like does the ritual, detect magic ritual.
And where are you detecting magic? Just
Around the ship, just kind of like doing a couple laps,
And maybe
making sure everything's.
walk by Hayden and see if anything weird happens.
And she just kind of like she kind of looks like a mall walker, basically, just like
Nothing to see here, just making sure everything is ship shape and whatnot.
Getting her steps in.
Yep, just making sure that we're all the watch is here and there's a watch there. Yep.
So you're mall walking in the lower deck, and you pass
Yeah.
by, everyone. And I mean, you've got detect magic. You walk by Hayden, and his pack and his person are glowing. I mean, which isn't out of the ordinary. He has magical items on him, much like you all do. You would have to if your idea is to look at everything he has, you'd have to go through his shit. Right? Unless it's like a sword on him, you can see the swords glowing, but he has all kinds of magic shit, right?
Yeah. I just kind of mall walk back.
Yes, okay. Well, you see, the thing is, detect magic doesn't particularly, isolate certain things. And so I would need to strip search him to be sure. And I don't think
Not what I
that
said,
there
but
might
go for
be
it.
a good way to present that to him as an option. If you have any ideas, by all means.
No, that will not be necessary. I was hoping that.
But yes,
of
generally
something-
his entire person glows a magical glow, as with all of us. I mean,
Anything-
your sword and his cloak and
Can she see the types of magic, like the schools of magic?
a faint aura. You learn at School of Magic, if any, yes.
Yeah, but magical items, they don't have really a school of magic associated with them. That would be if he had if he had
If any,
haste
it says.
cast on him, then you would know what school of magic haste is from, right? But
Okay.
magical items, there's not really magical schools associated with them that I know of. And if I told you one, I'd be making it up. So
What? I'm not worried about his items. I'm worried about maybe something was cast on Hayden. Did you?
Well,
any-
it didn't appear so. No, it was just the regular pings. Nothing. It didn't seem like anything was, out of the ordinary. No. Well, not that I could see, anyway.
Emmy, you told Tutor, right?
Yeah, Cooter knows what we're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yes, I'm well abreast of all the things. Unfortunately.
Well, I think we all need sleep to get ready for whatever comes tomorrow or into the night. So just sleep
But
light.
what's the plan?
Right, well, I wish I could have some more specific news, but doesn't seem to be anything overtly magical involved, so
I mean, maybe we should just ask him.
I think you might have
Well,
to have
if-
a conversation with him, Captain.
Yeah.
Let's just do this in the morning.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Just prepare for anything to happen in the middle of the night.
As prepared as I'll ever be.
All right.
I'll
Well,
sleep with one eye open.
Two eyes, as often as I can spare them.
Oh, that's a good trick.
Yes. It's good.
Yeah, I'm just
Sometimes
gonna,
you'll never
slowly
know
walk
when
away.
I'm... Asleep.
Okay. So all of you will get the benefit of having a long rest.
Oh, thank
Hooray! And it is now the 1st of Sextus.
My
Is-
favorite.
Is it your favorite because it's the first month of summer?
Absolutely.
It is the Sunday the 1st. And I think that that's an excellent time for us to go ahead and call this episode done for the
No!
evening.
You're gonna make us wait a whole week?
This DM out here with a left hook and a right hook and an uppercut.
Right,
I
this is
just think-
good because then we'll have Taj. And she
I just
can
think it's
question.
it's a great spot, you know, very, very nice, you know, occurring
Mhm.
natural pause. So
Mm-hmm.
first things first, I'm going to put into our chat a poll so you all can vote who the MVP is over in our Twitch chat. So make sure to cast your votes as soon as I
So
get
stressed
this
out.
in, because whoever
No.
wins the vote is going to
You, how
gain
about me?
inspiration.
Yeah, how
And-
about you? How about you, BS?
That's
Max,
all
I
they
want to
do.
know if Hayden's a traitor, and I want to know now.
It's my character and I want to know now.
Can you go get your other character real quick so we can find out if
Yeah.
this one's right?
Yeah. Did you get his
Can you
contact info?
interrogate yourself for us?
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I would kill for that scene.
So the poll is up right now. Whoever wins MVP will be getting inspiration to be used next section. But I will say thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with us. I will say,
Can I just point out real quick that because I had an inspiration is why all this happened.
and I will say that you definitely probably want to tune in to the Out of Combat that we're about to record. So you'll have to wait all the way
Oh,
until
yeah.
Thursday.
Because me and
Unless-
VS are there.
Unless you're
Yeah.
a patron. And
Mm.
if you're a patron, you can listen to it on Sunday as soon as it gets done editing.
Like this Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Oh.
You'll get the audio format immediately.
Boy.
So with that being said, follow our Patreon. Go check us out on our podcast platforms. Go check out our YouTube as well, youtube.com/@castles and cantrips. Or if you're just flabbergasted about this episode and wondering what the hell's going on, you can join in with the rest of the audience in our Discord. Discord.gg/castles and
club.
cantrips.
I want everyone to go to YouTube and add to the comments. Do you think Hayden is the traitor? Yes or no? And
That's
why?
an
Because I'm going to be
unfair
taking
framing.
notes. What?
So that's an unfair framing.
I just
What
want
was
to
that?
know what the audience thinks.
Could you repeat that argument again, Bun?
Ooh.
Got it. Just making sure that I
Oh.
understood.
Convenient. Max is not an out of combat tonight.
How convenient.
You know what? I'm gonna mention something. I'm gonna double check first though before I do mention it. Is I'm pretty sure that I originally might have been, but I had to flip the schedule around to make sure that someone that was absent wasn't out of combat tonight. So,
I see.
but I think it's perfect. I think it's gonna work just
Wow.
fine.
All
Because it's gonna be
orchestrated.
Bun moves and VS in the next Out of Combat. But with that being said, everybody, Emmy unanimously won with 100% of the
Thank
votes
you.
for MVP.
I promise to use it for more of these style shenanigans.
Stick around, everybody. We're gonna go raid another channel that is doing some
Let's get 'em.
D&D, and it looks like they're doing D&D for charity right now. So go
Cool.
drop in, say hi, drop some emotes. And they're doing a D&D stream for charity to help fund a women's shelter, which is an excellent cause.
Very nice.
Very good.
So
Much
we'll
needed
go over
these days, too.
to slay your case and then show them the love from the channel. It would mean a lot to me, and see where they're at on their goal. But with that being said, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Talking about what to do for dinner.
Funny. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was hard for me though. I don't think I
it was hard for me to process because you were like whisper yelling in my ear. I know. No, it worked. It was just hard for me. I had to like, it's easier if I could like look at people when I'm talking to them. So I was just like, yeah, I had to take the headphones off and everything, but it was cool. It was really cool. I hope I repeated everything correctly. I also had that moment of like, well, he whispered it to me. Should I like sit on this information? Is that more fun? But I was like, it's just not what Emmy would do. So she's not the type to just keep that.
Big rose for me is that everyone pretty much got like a big spotlight on the stream today. So it was like everyone contributed and role played really well tonight. I think chat was super invested. And Max is a really good interrogator, and it's kind of scary.
That's kind of scary, yeah.
I kind of wish Mac was here because I want to see a Taj interrogation.
I do
Oh
too.
man, that would be great.
Yeah. Yeah. I kept thinking like, oh man, this would have been a very different episode. Just different, not better or worse, just different because Taj is just so good at these scenarios, right?
Mhm.
And he would have tried to interrogate her and she would have just been like, or something. I don't know.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it would have been, she would have just like played dumb the whole time and rolled 20s and we would have all been like, what the heck? How is she doing that?
No, I rolled really high too, but I feel like this guy is just like the DC must have been really high.
I think it was high, yeah. Well, that's his job, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think we should find out where he lives and leave burning dog poop on his front step at least.
He
No
called
one-
Cooter an old hag.
I
That is
know.
unacceptable. Yeah. Yeah. I did similar. I was going for Emmy for a couple of those, like just on my own to see like would Emmy put two and two together, right? Like whenever I'm unsure if it's something Emmy would think of because it's too much my brain trying to take over, I'll like roll for it to give me a direction to go in. And it was amazing. Well, it's really funny because you were like, it's not, I don't have like a lot planned, or I don't remember what you said before, but basically like you're like, yeah, well, I might have to like wing it, some of it tonight or something. And I think that was probably one of our most entertaining episodes. Like,
Mhm.
For us in the
it was
audience,
really
both,
good.
actually.
What was it you said to me on the break? I said Emmy was good. If you questioned Emmy again, she was going to be like, I don't have to talk to you. I want my lawyer. I know my rights. And you were going to be like, yeah, they didn't have, what was it you said? Like, so funny. Oh, that's so much fun. Roses for everyone. Yeah. Especially towards the end. Yeah. That was a good one.
Even they didn't want the cliffhanger. They're like, no.
I know. We should get to out of combat and then we can go kill some bugs.
Yeah.
See you later.
I need just a second before we start. Sorry, just 1 second.
Bugs, baby. We did get a fuck ton of medals today.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have a thing going on right now. Like,
Oh,
which one?
freaking Joel.
No,
Why?
we took Veld already.
No, we took Veiled, but we're losing Angel. No, we were
Angel
close to taking
something.
Angels. Something.
Oh no. Nah, when we got on, it was like 97% ours. And then it was taken because then the next planet they were going after was Angel. Yeah. Ah.
Earth.
Yeah, you guys jump in there.
The green good. Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so the company has their own DM on how all this plays out, and he can also fuck with players live. So
Yeah, Max was telling me that. That's crazy.
freaking awesome. Oh, we got Angel's Venture. We did it.
Oh, nice. So I got some medals waiting for me, huh? Nice.
Okay, let's do this episode. I'm ready now, and then we can play.